Hence, gold ash powder is the result of an extremely complicated alchemical transformation process. In the first step, mercury must be transformed into gold. This step is being carried out in the workshop near Hussain's clinic. Mercury is liquid and evaporates when heated. Hussain has succeeded in transforming mercury into a solid form by adding a secret alchemic substance. This powder will be added to the mercury in a china jar. It is sealed with clay and heated. In an oven, which is fueled with sawdust and therefore creates a smoldering fire that guarantees a constant heat, it is being baked for a month.
Now already done. After 1 month.
The result is mercury in a solid form. This is being baked together with a philosopher's stone in the sawdust oven for 1 month. Now the first production step of the gold ash powder is completed. The result is impressive. Pure gold. I only use the gold that is created in this manner for the production of the gold ash powder. I shall never use it for myself, says Hussain. Aung Myint has been a close friend and a disciple and assistant of Sayagyi Hussain for many years. He is also a healer and alchemist himself and works in Hussain's clinic in Yangon.
Hussain started to give me the gold ash powder, but I didn't believe him, and so I didn't take it. Then, after seeing all the patients and how they were feeling better and better, I got convinced and trusted him. When I got severe malaria, he gave me the medicine again. I finally took it. I experienced a great relief from the signs and the symptoms of malaria. I started to ask myself why the gold ash powder is so extraordinarily effective.
Apart from the alchemical gold, 5 other metals are the basics for the production of the gold ash powder: silver, mercury, iron, copper and zinc. Each metal is melted separately several times. The monks in the mountains of the Shan state carry out the melting procedure. Like in almost all monasteries, experienced alchemists can be found. During each melting course, the slag will be removed. This procedure lasts for at least 1 month, and each metal is melted up to 108 times before it is considered absolutely pure in an alchemistic sense. These 6 metals are finally melted together to an alloy.
The astonishing effect derives from the unique alchemical process which transforms the original toxicity of the metals. Only in the untransformed form the metals are dangerous. But after having been transformed, they lose all toxic effects and become a very powerful remedy. Another point is that the Visas and Devas and the protectors of Sayagyi help him and bless the production of the medicine, even if we cannot see this. Therefore, the medicine is essentially interwoven with the spiritual world. This is the reason why gold ash powder is so strong and powerful. It will be incorporated like food or nutrition. Gold ash powder promotes the immune system and the body's defense mechanism gets enormously improved.
After the melting process is completed, the alloy will be filled in a glazed clay pot together with crushed apples, pineapples, peeled oranges, grapes and honey. The clay pot containing this mixture will be dug underground for 1 year and then taken out and kept under sunlight for another year. For 20 years the clay pots will stay in the earth and in the sun for 1 year respectively and are therefore exposed to all 4 elements and all climatic seasons. Once a year the pots will be opened and the part of the content which is dried out will be refilled with new fruits and honey. The process of fermentation and decomposition produces mold and substances with proved antibiotic properties. Penicillin has also been extracted from a special mold. During this 20-year lasting process, the metals run through an alchemistic transformation that eliminates their toxic effects. The final fusion is an absolutely pure alloy of these 6 metals in solid form. Wu Shane demonstrates the metamorphosis of the metal alloy that has run through the alchemic process. The sound of the alchemically treated alloy is considerably different than the sound from a not yet treated alloy. Wu Shane is not only considered as a healer and alchemist, but also as a master with deep insights into the philosophy of Buddhism and the interaction between the human and the spiritual world. For these skills he is not only known and active in Yangon. Also in 5 other cities in Myanmar he founded clinics which are being led by healers who have been trained by Wu Shane himself. His regular visits give reason to festivities and dances to honor him. Thousands of people from all age and social groups worship Wu Shane as a spiritual master and healer. During his visits, they can renew their relationship with him. He does not only heal people from their diseases and psychological sufferings, but also gives advice in everyday occurrences. For every decision is being taken with the consensus of the entities of the spiritual world. Wu Shane acts as an intermediator between the human and the spiritual world. He also teaches people about the synergy between human and transcendental world. He explains aspects of the Buddhist philosophy and gives to his followers the opportunity to renew and deepen the relation to Buddha. The aim of every Buddhist is to leave the circle of birth and rebirth. Therefore, he tries to enhance his karma, the concept of cause and effect, through meditation, humbleness, and a life according to the teachings of Buddha, especially the ability to accept the present material situation and to cultivate a loving, even-minded state of being in defiance of all adversities, creates a good basis for a positive next life. Everywhere in Myanmar, one can see the daily alms rounds of monks and nuns. Laymen and women offer their donations. This daily ritual is of utmost importance, enabling the lay Buddhists to gain merit and purify negative karma. There is a close correlation between the monks and laymen. While the monks support the people with spiritual advice and psychological support, the laymen support the monks, monasteries and temples with material offerings. This relation is therefore a mutual give and take. 10% of the population are nuns or monks. Almost all men spend at least 4 months of their life in a monastery. Also, in their further lives, many of them make retreats for 1 or 2 weeks once in a year. Many families send their children already with the age of 6 years to a monastery. There they will be acquainted to the life in a monastery, and they are introduced into the teachings of Buddha. Thereafter it will be decided if they continue their life in a monastery or return to their families. If a young man decides to live as a monk, he has many options of how to live according to Buddha's teachings. For many of them, this is the beginning of the studies of the art of alchemy, which is considered as one way of realizing awareness and gnosis. Also, U Shane refers to this knowledge and these skills as they are necessary for the production of gold ash powder.